Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Don't you just love it when the plan goes perfectly? You notice any problem over there with that truck? Just trying to take some sand out there to the playhouse. And I took 2 loads out there yesterday. Did fine, made a little bit of a rut out there where, I don't know if you can see in the camera, there's some birds over there by the tree. But it drove right out there, no problem. Drove back. This time I was over 1 foot farther. The trailer sunk. So, we're going to do a recovery video today. I'll get the wife's Jeep out. I'll hook it on there and pull that thing out. So, I'll show you what it takes and if it works. Here we go. So, here's what the difference of 1 foot makes. Maybe it's 1.5 feet. That thing is sunk all the way to the frame. You see right there, the frame is down to the ground. And I can't even dump the load to be able to drive out, because when this dumps, this piece of the trailer comes within a couple inches of the ground. So the stuff wouldn't even slide out to lighten the load. So, and of course, there ain't no way I'm going to pull it out like that on my own. So I'm going to hook a rope to that tree to the back of the Jeep. Use the winch, come up here and hook to these hooks here. I've got a block in case I need to double the line up, and see if I can get this thing pulled back up onto the hard ground, and then hopefully drive from there. So I'll go get the Jeep and get it all set up and show you. So hopefully this works. I gotta go ahead and buy the proper recovery gear, because it'd be nice if I had a bridle off of there so it's pulling off of both of those. I don't have anything good to hook to on the Jeep to double back with that block, because if I put my shackle in there, I'm going to rip the powder coat off, so that'll be a last resort, and I don't have a soft shackle. We got this back here tied to the tree, and no, I don't have a tree saver, but it's my tree if I ruin it. So hopefully I can just put enough pressure on this that I can spring that thing up on the ground, or the hard ground. So the Jeep is running. That rope back there is like a what do they call them? It's like a kinetic energy rope. It springs. It's off of a fishing boat, but you notice I put a lot of tension on there. I used that when I was doing the bridge replacement. The truck started to move a little bit already. So let's see, with a little bit of tension on it, if I can get in here and get it to roll or not. So, running 4-wheel drive, I'm in low range. Tires spinning. Tires just spinning. Now, this isn't looking like it's going to work. It hasn't even budged. I get no bite on the truck, so pretty much everything has to be done with that winch. And it's got more pull, but that is a synthetic line. So if that hook was to break off, it should lose energy and drop to the ground. If this was to break, it should lose energy and drop to the ground. So nothing should happen. See what it's doing to my tree. It'll be a real test of those knots. Yep. I got a little bit of an angle and probably start pulling the back of the Jeep over. Ooh, I think my knot's gonna let go. I didn't put a big enough tail on it. Yeah, that's gonna come out. Alright, so we'll let that off and see how it's just springing back. That's just with the stretch of that line. So look at it, it's still rolling back. The winch line's free and this is uphill, so I don't have enough tail on that. So I will go ahead and redo that and see what happens next. Okay, I got a lot bigger tail on it now. So as that comes tight, that'll all kind of cinch. And if you have enough tail, you can pull it right out. Okay, this is not even budging. So I gotta rethink this. And I got this solid anchor here. Oh, maybe the axle's touching the ground. Ooh, I bet it is. Yeah, it's close, but I don't think that's it. So going forward, I got this resistance. I could try digging this out to give it less, or give it more of a free path. Or I could try going backwards with it. There's no way I'll be able to jack it up. And that don't seem to be doing anything. Worst case, I shovel all that out. This isn't where I wanted it. But if I had to, I'm gonna shovel all that out and put it here. Which is definitely not my plan. So maybe I'll grab a shovel and dig that out right there and see if that gives me any movement. Well, that's promising. So it starts to roll. It's bouncing because I'm a little bit out of range. But that's starting to roll, so maybe I dig a little bit of that spot out there between the two tires so it has less rolling resistance, although I need it to get up on stuff. Let's see. Yeah, that's rolling. Well, that's a plus. I really doubt me getting in the truck will do anything, but I gotta try what I got to lose other than more grass. It's trying. There we go. We got movement. Now it's straightening the truck out. It's rolling. All right, I think I'll go do a little more shoveling. Yeah, see how the truck kicked over because of the resistance on that side? I've made it that far. So I'm probably up to the spot that I dug to. Oh yeah. Yep, okay. So it looks like I'll just keep digging the ditch until it pops up. All right, back to shoveling. You see how the trailer's cocked? Every time I try to pull forward, even though it's rolling, makes the truck slide because I got more resistance on this side. So I ran the winch cable down under here and wrapped it under the axle. I got the little protective sheath under the frame right there. So in theory, that should put pressure on this side alone. And when I push the button, yeah, it's trying to roll. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get in and see if I can try driving a little bit and pull that side up, see what happens. Oh, I had the e-brake on. That's funny. Okay, let's see. I'll let you watch back here. Probably slid. Oh, I got the... I saw the downside to this idea. I bet it went under the tire. No, not under the tire. Oh, okay. It's the tread bouncing on it. Yeah, it's got the tread pushed in there. Okay, I'm going to reset. I'm a little bit crooked. So I'll reset this. See if I can just move the Jeep over a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to jockey the Jeep over a little bit and get a little bit straighter pull because right now I'm a little crooked. Surprised it hasn't drugged the Jeep. Has it slid at all? No. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to pull the Jeep over this way so it's not bouncing on that tire. Alright, so right now when I push the winch, Jeep rolls forward. I'm thinking if something was to let go, I don't want any energy, like if that was the brake, I don't want any energy pulling this forward and it rolling into the tree. So I think I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of grass right there and set the e-brake. So now if something breaks loose, at least the tire will be skidding. Well, maybe. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, I'll go get in the truck and see if that thing will start moving again. I gotta go do more shoveling. It gets rolling and then it just kind of stops. I don't know if it's straightening out any yet. Well, I just hit a lot harder soil. It looks like the front axle is starting to climb. So maybe I'm getting close. I'll try it some more. Alright, I shoveled half of the load out over here where I didn't particularly want it. And I've got the line hooked on a frame where everything comes together. So it's got a gusset, and that goes up to the tongue. So that should be a really strong spot. And I'm going to try it one more time. I don't know if I can get this on video because it's getting so dark, but we'll see what happens. Okay, it fell off. That's good, I think. Where is it? Laying there. In there. Yep. Okay, so it's out. So, let's see if I can drive it to where I was heading. And then I got a hell of a mess to clean up tomorrow. So, I'm heading over here. I gotta go up there and turn that way and then back up right over there by the girl's playset. There goes the deer, jumping over to see if this one can catch it. Yep, right over the line. Okay, I'll go ahead and drive and see what happens. Okay, I got it backed in to where I want. I'm gonna dump it right there because this is sloped a little. I just need it to come out a little bit farther because the girl's trampoline is gonna sit right here next to their playset, and then they can play in the sand underneath it when the trampoline's not on it. So, it's not getting a full load here this time. But I'm not coming out here again. It's supposed to be a bunch of rain coming. And I'll really tear up the yard then. So, here we go. Now probably what will happen is the battery will go dead. That's looking pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dump this, and then I'll show you the mess I made over the ground. Okay, now it's 9:30 at night. I put some sand in that ditch, and you see I got one heck of a ditch there I got to fill. I just tore up grass over here. It held fine. Bunch of sand over there I got to spread out. Some pill outs I got to fix. Because the great thing about all this, I'm having a wedding here in 8 weeks. And the wedding party is going to be right out there where you can't hardly see it now. So maybe I'll take a look at the tracks I made out here that I got to fix in the morning also. So I still got the Jeep running. I've got to wind the winch properly and all that. I might just wrap it around the bumper for now and get it out of the yard because there's supposed to be a bunch of rain coming. Let's see how the knot's held up. It's still together. It slid a little bit. We'll see how easy that comes apart. It's supposed to be a knot that'll come off. You come down here and this is the same kind of knot. Yeah, that one looks like it'll come apart just fine. So I got the rest of my sand out here. I got some nice ruts out here I'm gonna have to fix. I'm gonna take the roller to the yard and try to flatten it as best I can. Hopefully we do get a lot. Yep, pill out right there. Hopefully we do get a lot of rain so it saturate this so that it'll smash down. And then it didn't want to move, so I'm in 4-wheel drive. So it goes messing up the grass here, making the track around here. And that don't look horrible. A little flattening. Probably have to throw some stuff in there and try to get a hold of some fast-growing grass seed. Or little sis is just gonna have some tracks in her wedding. What a day. Okay, I'm gonna wrap that up and that'll be it for tonight. Take a look in the daylight tomorrow. Alright, so it's the next day. I got grass and mud on the tires on the truck. I did some hosing last night. You see a bunch of mud on the ground over there. It actually had packed itself into the wheels. So right in there between the brake and the wheel, there's still some mud. I gotta do some hosing. I might get out the pressure washer for it. Get that all clean. Check everything out, make sure everything is good. Make sure the mud didn't mess anything up. Might have to check the brakes. But man, that thing just sunk. There was mud on top of that axle. It started dragging across there. Man, what a wonderful experience. So then when I ran the hook over, I had to hose it off. Okay, looking at where the rut is, I'd say when I went through there before, I was probably about 3 foot farther over. As it gets over this way, I know that the ground is soft out here. Up here, it's always been hard. Never had a problem any time of the year. I just bonehead move a little too far over. I was driving right here. You see it went down a little bit there. There's a pipe that goes across right here, and this is gravel. So right after it went through the gravel, that wheel dropped, that sunk, filled part of it with the sand. See how it just kept gushing through there, and then it finally climbed out. Got some scars in the yard, which in a normal year wouldn't be the end of the world, but when you're going to have a wedding, it's less than ideal. Now I got some mud going out here. Pick that up. A little bit of rut right here. I could probably fix this with the roller. I could probably fix most of that with the roller. A little bit of grass seed. This spot here, I'm going to have to put some fill in. These ditches. The roller ain't going to smooth that out. And replant that. And this grass was really nice. But I got a little more sand there. Oh man, what a mess. Rooster's up. Okay, so now I just gotta pull that out. Ooh, let's see what we did to the tree. And this is why you use a tree saver. There's proof right there on why you should always use a tree saver. Broke some bark right there. Made a mark. Made a mark there. Definitely need to buy myself some gear. So I've got to clean that up. Clean everything else up. So there's the aftermath of just trying to get some more sand for the grandkids' play area. Oh man. Whew. I don't know if you even can tell in the video. That's a pretty deep hole. You can see right here how it was staying on top. It was just fine. It was just a tire in there. And then when it got right in this spot, it sunk down. As soon as that stuff touched, that's when I started shoveling. So unload half the trailer, and then I was able to pull it out. Okay, well, hopefully this doesn't happen to you in your yard. So, interesting adventures without ever even leaving the property.